Deal with it or leave. That's your choice. You can call me the contradicting canary. Why a canary? I don't know. I like birds. Is that not enough of a reason for you? I don't think that this is the one. I don't think this is the right crypt. I've been pretty lucky so far in these playthroughs, either been getting it on the first or second. I've yet to have to go through all three crypts in order to find the right one. With that said, I inevitably just jinxed myself and will be forced to do that now. That's how it works, friends. It's just how things work. It's how the world works. You know? Because I think this one is the Jar of... not the Jar of Souls. Oh, yes it is. I think this one is the Jar of Souls type of crypt. Based on that, I'm guessing there's a center room right there. Let's find out if that's true. Firstly. I wonder if he can ever escape with dot damage, since he's getting hit all the time. Well, he'll escape when you stop hitting him, but with a dot like that, it should be consistently. Hey, look at that. Did I get a wag? Yes, I did. I got one of those. 2-3 damage. Regenerates 2 life per second. Awesome. Got this too. You know what? I'm going to take it. 7.7. I get extra mana regen as well. I'll just take it, whatever. Now I'm a real witch doctor. No more fooling around here. Let's see if this is the event. Let's take a look. Yes, it is. Alright, so I'm going to switch out the hex right now. I'm going to go back to Grasp of the Dead. That'll be pretty cool here. Here it is, Jar of Souls. Should have waited till Grasp of the Dead was a little closer, huh? Alright, so I'm going to tag up these guys. This is a great place to get that bonus XP from chaining kills together, but I'm not going to do it, am I? There we go. Just go back and forth and try to kill as many of these guys. Now, the great thing now is that I only need one application to kill something. And that's exactly the position I was looking for to make this ability all of a sudden a lot cooler. And once people start clumping up, I'm going to throw down some zombie chargers like this. But this is pretty good right here. Let's slow them up there, get some massive snare. There you go. There you go. Still got a little bit of time. A little bit of time here. Drop another one of these. There. Yeah. Just throw these in here. There's so many bodies. So many people coming. Oh my gosh. Even trapping me in the corner here. What are you guys doing? Thankfully I got that passive regen. And there you go. Look at that. Not the greatest, but 83 monsters killed. Nice bonus. Even hit me level 7. And I pick up corpse spiders, which is an ability that was pretty terrible. Let's see if it got any better. Get another Wagnadal. See what this one is. 2 to 3 damage, regenerates life per... It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. Alright, now, new ability. Let's replace Grasp of the Dead with Corpse Spider. What is it? Force, 130 mana, summons 4 spiders to attack nearby enemies for 38% weapon damage as physical. Yeah. Now, the one thing to note now is that, okay, I completed that event, great. It also means I'm in the wrong darn crypt. Urgh. Which means I gotta find the right one still. Let's make our way out of here. Let's try to find our way out. This is a very big one as well. That is just super creepy. That pit that leads into nothing. Here's corpse spiders. Throw down a vase. Drop some spiders down. They deal a little bit of damage. They're alright. You can just throw a ton of them too, which is cool. There's my way out. Let's take it.
The crown is not here. I will seek it.
Yeah, I know the crown's not here. I'm glad that I hit that event though. I was actually worried that I wasn't going to get that in one of these playthroughs. So I'm glad we got that, just so you can see it. So you've seen that one, and then there's also the other one where you speak to the maiden lady and you collect the bones. That's another one of the possible events that you can see in those crypts. And from what's been in the beta, those are the only 2 that you're going to find in these crypts. Corpse spiders. Go crazy. It's great that you can summon so many of them, though. You just keep throwing down these bases. It's a cool sound effect, too. I do kind of enjoy that. And then people get close and try to take me out. Oh no, corpse spiders. Get him. Get him, corpse spiders. There you go. Get all these guys too. Spideys, join the fray. Well, they're better than I remember. All this trail of gold here. Don't forget that chest either. And I did just pick something up, so we'll take a quick look. That's nothing for me. I remember that, I knew about that. That's fine. Okay, good. Good. Look at this special dude. Must be shoveling. Every day he's shoveling. Excellent boots, not gonna be worth it. Vases to break vases. That's what you do, just what you gotta do, guys. Corpse spiders, you're awesome. I've changed my mind about you. I like you. The other thing too is it's another ranged ability for me. While that zombie charger is pretty much close range kind of thing. I'm not gonna hit anyone very far. This is another thing that I can just kind of throw down to people who are far away from me. There you go. Yeah! Cut it out. Spiders kill you. Yes. Gathering sash. Nope. Got better. Darn it! Still the wrong place. Come on.
The crown will not be found.
Well, I told you I was gonna jinx myself, and I did it. I knew it was gonna happen. The second you say, "Oh, I'm happy that this hasn't happened," it happens. Happy this hasn't happened so far. Guess what's gonna happen, my friend? No, not that. Yes, that very thing. It took place. It transpired. That event has occurred. Spider vases. Now, the one major concern I have, of course, is first of all, where is he getting all of these to throw? And that is just a complete waste of pottery. I cannot imagine that the artisan who crafted that is too thrilled that he's just throwing these away. Really disappointing. I think it's also, I don't know, I guess I can see, okay, spiders hanging out in like old pottery. All right, I can see that. But I also, at the same time, I'm like, man, why isn't it like a giant egg sack? A spider egg sack or something? Doesn't that also make sense? Doesn't that possibly make more sense? Zombie charger when things get real.
My curse upon you.
This one's, I got another wang at all. I think this might be different though. Will not be the same kind. The spiders help me out. 6, okay, so this adds extra mana as opposed to regenerating health. Sure, why not? I've got a ton of health pots. Why don't I take the extra mana? 6 extra mana. Does it make a difference? Probably not. Probably not gonna make much of a difference. But I'll take it nevertheless. There you go. Got about 1,000,000 spiders in your face, and zombie chargers to finish you off.
I do not have enough mana.
Oh, calm down, all right? Take it easy, Witch Doctor. You have plenty of mana in half a second. I guess with this too, yeah. With what's transpired so far. There's a keen ring. I'm wondering if I'd get any rings. Oh no. Unequip while fighting. There we go. Finally. Nice. That was great. That worked perfectly.
I have been healed.
Wow. Guys do some damage. It's alright. Spiders, assist me. Good job. Thank you. So we got one more of these idiots with knockback left. Vampiric Knuckles. Appreciate. Thanks for the help. You die, yeah. Nice. He's got a very nice vocabulary, I must say. Educated man. Random stuff. That's a little better. I'll take that. Don't want to replace my offhand there with the shield because what I have is better. And we continue to try to find the way down, down, down. The Chancellor's palace or chamber. Is he gonna be down here? You're gonna be a dead end. Which will you be? Make up a mind. Spiders, stop them. Stop them from chasing me, spiders. These guys. A ton of them over here. Let's throw some spiders in their face. So, you know, playing without a pet seems to be doing just fine. I was almost worried with this class that it'd almost be necessary to play with the mongrels. Definitely doesn't feel that way, though. Definitely feels that if you want to play it as a caster, just a caster, and just you and no one else, that you can. It doesn't seem to be a problem. And I just keep going in circles. There's nothing of benefit over here. Where are you, exit? I know you're here somewhere. Let me around this corner. Will this be the way to my salvation? That's a yes. There we are. Defiled crypt, level 2.
The bones beneath this tomb scream of madness and betrayal. The crown is near.
And here we finally go. This guy's gonna be a cakewalk for Witch Doctor. Watch all these spiders in his face. More spiders. More spiders. Another haunt. More spiders.
Need more mana.
They die pretty quickly, though. There's so many of them. Yeah, spiders. Adventurer's Saber. 8.4. Nah, I like the mana regen. I'm gonna keep on with my mana regen. A little more damage, but losing that regeneration, meh. Balanced sickle sounds cool and all. Yeah. Easily one of the coolest looking abilities right here so far. The zombie that disintegrates as he walks forward. Can't imagine that'd be safe for the Witch Doctor, though. Don't you think he'd be in some sort of danger being that close to a rotting zombie corpse? Go nuts, spiders. Give you free reign right now. Finish him off. Thank you. Wow, this guy, one guy dropped a ton of gold. Bad sword.
I cannot carry more.
And I'm full. Holy heck. I think I need one more space here after this guy.
No, I will not allow you to bring
Teleport.
that
There you go.
Leoric back to this world.
Say hello to my little
I do
friends.
not have enough mana.
I missed that attack. You serious? One more. Need mana. Shucks. Goodbye. Drop that. Pick up this. Put this on. Get that gold. And back to town.
I overflow with blessings.
Finally grabbing our town portal. And we got Horrify. It's another skill.
You found the crown. Truth be told, I didn't think you'd make it back alive. Ah, it needs repair. Should be no problem. It's good to work again. There. New as the day it was placed upon the Black King's head. I need something more than making spades to occupy my mind. I want my life to mean something.
We all seek meaning in grief. Maybe we will find it together.
It's very wise of you, Witch Doctor. Very wise indeed.
The crown is in my keeping. Direct me now to the lost king.
At last. With it, you can unlock the sealed door in the room where you rescued me and enter the royal crypts. When you find the Skeleton King, place the crown atop his head and destroy him.
The Skeleton King's sickness infects this land. I will put an end to it and find the star.
All right, here's Horrify up close. How spooky. It's even spookier further
Found
away.
some interesting things
We'll look
on
at that
my
in a
latest
minute.
dig. You should take a look.
Let's get rid of this stuff. All of it. Guess I'll hold on to one of those, just in case I decide to switch it up a bit. All this stuff is garbage. There's a reason why they tell us not to pick up white items, because it fills up our stash too quick. And there it is. I am filthy rich now, 9,000 gold. Oh boy. Some books for us to get some XP from.
I wish that.
And Leah should have one in her room as well. Leah. And then it is off, once again, to slay the Skeleton King.
Uncle Deckard is home.
Thanks for the
rescued from the
XP,
clutches
lady.
of the skeleton.
I don't need you to listen to your story. Here's Horrify. Yeah, spooky. So it's gonna be a area of effect fear. As essentially what that is. If I get surrounded and I'm like, hey, get off me, I can just drop that. Plain and simple. Let's see if it works. Well, I know it works, but let's see it in action. Right up here. Cathedral level 2. You guys know the drill. We go to 3, pick up our follower. We go to 4, and then from there we find the evil King Leoric. So far, not a lot of opposition here. Wow. Looks like someone cleared the dungeon for me. Never mind, let's fear him. Can we? Yeah, he's immune. Are you serious? First guy I try that against is immune. Get back here, dude. That's what I thought. 10.2. Yeah, that's a big increase. I'm gonna take it. And I'm gonna lose that mana regen, but it's a bit of extra damage there. I'm hitting 4 damage per tick right now on my Horrify. On my my Haunt. It's pretty solid. Sphere. Watch them all run away. Look at them scaredy cats. Lots of me to get some nice applications on. So Haunt is really strong right now, as my damage has increased over time. Wow, ready for this? Fear them all. Let's try to avoid that though, huh? Wow, there's a lot of guys here. This is hilarious. I've never seen this much. Oh my gosh. What a riot. That is awesome. Wow, welcome to Diablo. About time. I got a room full of baddies.
The truth bans you.
That was fantastic. That was great. Thanks for that. Thanks for that, D3 randomization. I'm glad you presented me with a challenge. Now. That's regen. It's less damage though. 2 to 3 damage right now for my current doll. So we won't take it. Whoops. A little buggy there for a second. This is completely the wrong way. Got another one of these dolls. Less damage again. Now the affix was a little different. Extra health from health globes. That's one of those things that unfortunately I just don't care about. And this is not the right area, so we're gonna pull on back now. Start backtracking. Head in the other direction. Yeah. Definitely not the right area. Was that a special mob though? Oh, this is gonna be worth fighting. No, they weren't. Just regular idiots. All that for nothing. All those 5 steps backwards I had to take for nothing. Let's zombie charger through these. LOL. Alright, this way it will be. Ooh, here we go. Love what I see here. Let's get some horrify action. Is that guy immune to it? I'd be surprised. There it is. Warrior's belt does me no good. I hate all these warrior's belts. Not a single barbarian here. Okay, ready? Some horrify a second they come out. That missed. Just have to wait a little while longer.
My name is Lockdown, and
You have to love the effect that it bounces from one to the next if it kills someone. That's just really good. How are you walking through that? You can't just walk through a barricade. That is unfair. Absolutely unfair. Oh, I should have waited. I didn't realize those guys were coming. That's right, they're dead in just a moment anyways. Because my witch doctor is incredibly OP. That's right, I said it. OP. He is. Can't deny it. You guys have seen all this. You've been watching. You've seen how ridiculous things are. I just laugh at people. Look, like these guys, laughing.
You die.
You die, indeed. You tell them. They don't stand a chance. I'd have to be a buffoon to lose to you, fools. Do you take me for a buffoon? Maybe you do. I'm not. I'm telling you right now. I am no buffoon. I just lagged a ton, though. What the heck was that? Server, don't be crashing. I'm in the middle of recording something. This has happened before. Would you like to know why some of these Let's Plays have maybe come out later than you would like? That's one of the reasons. I'd be in the middle of recording, about halfway through, you know, 30, 40 minutes of time, and it's maybe like, oh, Force is super easy. It's still 30, 40 minutes of time, and in my day, with all the content and everything that I do, that's a lot. And then in the middle of it, the server just, you know, junks up, and I can't use that footage then. And then all that has to get deleted, and I have to wait until the server fixes itself to be able to do it again. Really frustrating, really is. Yeah, it's pretty annoying. And you could say, well, you could just come back, but yeah, the game's all randomized. Like, where would I go? Would I just randomly start? Would I start at that level? If, say, I was in Cathedral Level 2, would I just go back and restart Cathedral Level 2 and just pick up the recording from there and edit it in? It would seem silly, I think. And I guess I can't complain about something that's my choice, though. Yes, I could technically still use that footage. I just don't. It seems like it's like a bad show. Here's another thing that happens. We'll get back to Diablo discussion in a moment. Just sharing with you guys a little bit here. Sometimes I'm in the middle of recording, and we've got neighbors, or we're by a road, so sometimes there'll be, you know, maybe a loud truck goes by, some kids yelling or something silly like that. My neighbor's upstairs just being ridiculous and annoying, and then that'll pick up on the mic, and then I can't use that. I'm not gonna have you listening to like my neighbors, you know, like working on wood projects upstairs above me, banging with a hammer. Like that's not gonna fly. It's just really bad. I just need to go buy my own house. That's what I need to do. In order to buy my own house, I need more people watching my videos. So please tell all of your friends about this. This is where it's always going. Tell all your friends so that I can afford to buy a house. Tell your friends to watch my videos. I appreciate it. I'd appreciate it very much. Breaking barrels. Belt, exceptional knuckles, don't care.
it was Lazarus.
At least I'm absolutely thrilled that we found this area. Let's do this. Woo! That's the noise that goes along with it. That means you're scared when I make that noise. Ooh. Absolutely terrified. I'm terrified that I made that noise. I'm terrified that that noise came out of my mouth. You should be too. Absolutely horrified. Hit these guys one at a time. Is it gonna be a one-hit kill? Yes, it is. But that's awesome. The best thing is that it transfers automatically over to anyone who's nearby. Now they gotta be close. They can't just be anyone who's around. But
you will know soon enough. Help me find my gear. I will reward you well.
You got it.
Tell me, what brought you to this infernal place?
I go to face the Skeleton King.
As do I. The cultists dragged me past this glowing pit.
Did they?
What made it?
I wish to know this as well.
Lots of stuff. Lots of gold at least. Getting rich. What am I at? Almost 10K?
Down this way. He's free.
It's not really a lot. Certainly not playing as much as I used to.
I am Cormac, warrior of the Templar Order. If it is the Skeleton King you seek, then you will have to fight your way past John Dar.
Yes, we will.
There is no reason we should hunt alone.
We have thorns.
No, there is not.
Yeah, let's go fight our way past Jondar. Probably one of the easiest mini-bosses ever, FYI. Anything up there? Not really. So we go this way. And he's gonna be right down over here.
Black magic bars our way.
I wonder if I can fear him.
But the will of a Templar is strong.
Probably not, but we'll check.
You were a Templar, John Dar.
We can.
Succumb to this coven.
The Coven is my brotherhood now. The powers we serve will soon rule this world.
More dot action. Chargers are gonna be pretty awful against him. Unless he stands still like this, in which I can just spam charges in his face. Hey, thanks for making this as easy as possible.
Please forgive me. My vision was clouded by the
Whoa, what is that?
evil magic.
Betrayal can never be forgiven.
Definitely did not mean to hit that
Thank you
button,
for
sorry.
your aid. I will go with you on your hunt for the Skeleton King, but there is one condition. If we find the sacred tomes of my order, they are mine.
Agreed.
Then onwards we go to fight the Skeleton King.
Look at that. Gee.
It is good to fight.
That's a lot of extra damage. I'm worried about losing that offhand, but this definitely seems like an increase. Wow, it isn't. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. 17.11 damage. And then we go back to this plus... Which one? 2 to 3 with mana. 15.34. It is not an increase in damage. Would you look at that? So it just goes to show you something that, like, just because a two-hand has a high DPS, with the offhand and extra damage from that, 2 to 3 damage, it's not as good. All right, well, I was proven wrong. I thought I was about to get a gigantic buff in damage, but no. All right, so here we are, Cathedral level 4. And this is going to be the final level right before we get up to the Skelly King. And at that point, we'll be concluding our Witch Doctor playthrough. Now, before then, a couple of things will happen. One, I'm going to show you the rest of the spells for the class right as we get near the end. And also, might as well ask you now. I think I passed the normal time that I asked. I'd like to know, what kind of Witch Doctor would you like to play? Let's talk about this here. You got summoners, you got pets and stuff. You could be kind of a pet class dude. Run around with your mongrels. There's also some later tier pets that you can have. Now, besides that, if you don't want to focus on mongrels, do you want to be a crowd control? Are you focusing on slowing people up, snaring them, fearing, stuff like that? All things that a Witch Doctor can and will be able to do. Or would you like to be a dot Witch Doctor, doing damage over time? Try to be a burst Witch Doctor. There's so many different options. Lots of different options. Put some thought into it. Let me know below. I'd like to hear your opinions, your plans as to what you'd like to do with the Witch Doctor class. Really am interested. Really am. And the great thing too, and if you haven't looked yet, make sure that you go ahead and take a look at the runestone abilities. So go to Diablo3.com, Go to the game guide, look up the classes, and then look up their abilities with runestones. It makes a huge difference. There's so much variation that comes from those runestones. You can really start to get a good idea what type of, because you can plan out. Not that it's necessary at all, because you do not have to do this to have fun in this game or be successful at it or whatever you want to call it. You can just jump in and just do whatever the heck you feel like while you're playing. But if you'd like to think about it ahead of time, you go to the site, look at the runestones, and maybe just try to formulate some ideas as to what type of class and what type of runes you would ideally like to have. Obviously, you can't force drops and you're not guaranteed to get anything, but with the auction house, be it gold or real money auction house, you'll be able to find what you want in one sense. Maybe you don't get a level 7 rune of the type you want, but maybe you find a level 4 one or 5 one on the auction house, and eventually later on there'll be those higher tier ones as well. Guaranteed. Just a matter of time, you know. But yeah, let me know what you guys plan to do. Let me know what you'd like to do. We'll chat it up. We'll discuss it. And in terms of where, of course, well, what do you mean? Is this a PvE or PvP build? Doesn't matter. Give me both. What kind of PvP Witch Doctor? What kind of PvE Witch Doctor? Do they differ? Do they not? Are you going to do the same style of play for both? Keep in mind, there's no respecs. You don't have to spend gold or anything to try new specs and stuff. And something I'll touch on too as well right here while I mention that. People, I've heard a lot of complaints risen, and obviously we're far past this. The skill system and the runestone system, it is what it is right now. We're not going to get a typical skill tree where you can respec and stuff. People say, why don't you just let us respec for gold? And I think one of the reasons why they're not having locked-in specs, which you can respec with gold, you have to keep in mind now, gold is literally directly tied to real-world money right now. Any gold you spend in-game could be gold that you sell for money. I think that they probably want to avoid the notion of someone having to spend real-world money to respec. Literally. Because I think people would be... And the thing is, well, you don't have to do that. You're right, you don't have to. But some people would like to respec but won't because they're going to be thinking in their head, I'm actually losing money by doing this. That'll happen. And I think Blizzard wants to encourage people to try things out and respec. Well, that's not even an I think, I know that. They've said that. They want to encourage variation, and they want to encourage people trying new things. And that will not happen. People are much less likely to do that if they're in the mental position where they think that, oh man, I can't do this because I'm losing money. I'm losing real world money by every time I respec. I could be selling this in the auction house instead, And I think that that's probably a dangerous thing, and most certainly is something they want to avoid. And I'm level 9. Let's see what we got here, guys. Firebats. Oh yes. Oh yes indeed. Let's take a look at that. We're going to replace a zombie charger with Firebats, and we're going to read about them. Call forth a swarm of Firebats. Whoa, that sounds pretty basic. Yep. Let's take a look at it in detail. 100% weapon damage. I can't wait to show you this, guys. This is really cool looking ability. Even cooler once runes come into effect later down the road. Even cooler. Firebats soon. It is Firebats in your face. There's so much fire, so many bats. It's amazing. It's so cool. All right, let's zoom up here. Take a quick look. There it is, guys. Bats coming down. You breathe fire. Bats walk into the fire. They become Firebats. That's how it works. That's the logistics of it. Scientific proof as to why this is plausible. You don't need it anymore. I told you. No, you don't need to know my sample size. Someone's gonna get that. Some of you nerds are gonna get it. Ring of Wounding, huh? 2 to 3 damage. Yeah, it's gonna definitely replace some of this garbage. Let's get rid of, keep the attack speed. Nah, I'm gonna keep that Thorns for when I do get hit. Lay some smackdown on anyone who dares to touch my Witch Doctor. Yeah, man. I think we're at a dead end again. Yes, we are. Shucks. Well, shucks. Firebats, go!
Your day comes.
Yes. Bewitching. 19 mana. It's only 1 to 2 damage. Blah! Shucks. I'll stick to 2 to 3 damage, even though it's more extra mana. It's not like it makes a huge difference. I'm at 706, so what would that add? Another 10 or so mana? How much is it? 19 mana as opposed to my plus 6 mana right now. So I got 13 more mana, but I'll lose an additional damage range on the low and high end. No, that's not a fair trade for me. It's not a smart trade for me. This should be it. This should be the place, I believe. Firebats. It's great. It is great. It's amazing. This is what I really love about the Witch Doctor. Just the type of abilities that you get. It's really cool. I can also understand why you guys have been patiently awaiting this playthrough as well. Yes, this is probably one of the cooler classes. I love the Barbarian. I'll be playing the Barbarian, but the Barbarian's, you know, it's old, it's done. You got some new twists and stuff, but it's still the same warrior type tanky class that you're used to seeing. This is something new for me. Not saying this is a 100% fresh idea and that no one's ever done anything like this ever in the history of video games. I'm sure there's classes and characters that you could play in all sorts of games that are akin to this, but for me, it's not something I'm used to. And I'm loving it. No, not the McDonald's slogan. McDonald's make you sick. Fat Donald's, actually, is what you're supposed to call it. Fat Donald's. Anyone want to go to Fat Donald's? No. You want to go to McDonald's? Sure. You should call it what it really is. It's really called Fat Donald's. And you don't want to go to something called Fat Donald's, so don't go. Hey, I'm doing you a favor. Don't freak out at me. I am doing you a favor. Lyric Sword, thank you. Do your little discussion.
This burden is mine.
I'm just gonna go over here and slay some enemies. I can skip this. I talked about this last time. I could just walk right through to that door, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
We shall put you down, Hellspawn.
Kill those guys before they even leave the gate. A joke. Firebats. Hit that pillar. I got wounding. Beautiful. Firebats over here. Great. That one. That one over there. Firebatsies. Firebatsis. That animation is so cool too. It's like, bats, come here. I'll spit some fire on you. And the bats say, okay, sure. I don't mind fire being spit in my face. Well, here we are near the end. We're going to take a look at the abilities right before we walk into the last and final room. And then that will do it here for our Witch Doctor playthrough. Now, I have done playthroughs in the past. If you want to see the older playthroughs, you can. They're available on YouTube. I would just type in Diablo 3 Beta Witch Doctor Let's Play, and it'll come up. I got a fairly decent amount of views, too. The Barbarian one got over 300,000 views, and the rest of them got about 100,000 or so. I think that why such a tail-off force? Well, I know that a lot of you here and everyone watching this is like, great, another playthrough. Lots of people don't feel that way, especially since, you know, whatever class I play through on, the beta is the exact same content. It's the same level, it's pretty much the same enemies. Sure, there's randomization, but it's nothing really that new. And people bored of it. That's why there's a drop-off in viewership on additional playthroughs. All right, let's take a look here. Now, we've seen all the way up to Firebats here for physical realm abilities. We got Fire Bomb, lobs a skull that explodes on impact. Locust Swarm. Locust assaults enemies jumping between targets. Kind of like Haunt, except I think it's a little bit quicker. But yeah, it bounces in between enemies, does damage over time. Acid Cloud rains down in an area. Kind of like a Blizzard type ability. Spew acid on the ground. And then Wall of Zombies. A line of zombies attack nearby enemies. Is literally a wall of zombies. Awesome ability. Spirit Realm, we have seen up to Horrify. Also gonna get Spirit Walk, become invisible and walk unhindered. Gonna be amazing for PvP. Soul Harvest draws upon the life force of enemies to increase your intelligence for 30 seconds. Very nice. Little debuff and buff there. Spirit Barrage, bombard a target with a spirit bolt that can travel long distances and over some obstructions. And then Mass Confusion. Through mental deception and illusion, trick your enemies into fighting each other. Very, very nice ability. And then last 4 here in command, we've got Sacrifice, which allows you to kill off one of your zombie dogs and they explode. That can be ruined for different types of explosions and stuff like that. Gargantuan. Summon a gargantuan zombie to fight alongside you. So there's another creature to have besides your zombie dogs. Big Bad Voodoo. A fetish performs a ritual dance increasing the speed of all your allies in the area. And then Fetish Army. Summon an army of dagger-wielding fetishes. So this is going to be great for those of you who are looking to go kind of a pet class. Now for this final fight, don't really care to have Horrify. And why don't we replace that with Poison Dart? One second. Just taking a quick look around here. And of course, this is great. Yeah, why don't we replace it with Poison Dart? Some direct damage. That'll work well. Calm down, Leor.
You will never defeat me!
Au contraire.
You were defeated the moment you surrendered to
You tell him,
madness.
Templar. You let him know how it is. Got 3 little batches of 2 here. 6 guys coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? There's more than 6. I was wrong this whole time. My whole life has been a sham. Oh well, at least I got Firebats. And the final boss fight. The final one. Get them all. Just some golden stuff. Nothing fancy. Alright, here we go. I'm ready. You ready, Orc? Looks like you are. I think this is going to be incredibly easy as this class. Just gotta spam it. I'm gonna run out of mana before anything. Really wish we had mana pods, huh? That'd be nice. I'm gonna wait for my mana to regen. Firebat these guys. It's so easy. Firebats is so strong against clumps up of enemies like this.
Need more mana.
Bro. It's still gonna take a bit of time, but you can see how pretty easy this is. I'm gonna actually ignore the ads as long as I can. Just try to go straight for him. Maybe let them clump up a bit. And, oops. I'm just gonna stick on him. Don't really care about those guys.
I do not have enough mana.
One thing I don't want to do with that, though, is get pinned back here. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. Watch him destroy all of his friends. And the last leg here. Templar, I am also surprised that I believe. In real life, too. Firebats, finish it off.
Need more mana.
Yeah. And we picked up a special Wagner doll, too, huh? What are the odds? Let's take a quick look at that before we vacate. Okay, let me identify it. There we go. What's happening? Wow, really awesome. Really awesome. Lucky Witch Doctor. All right, guys, that does it here for this playthrough of the Witch Doctor. Last one we have left will be the Wizard. I will try to get that out to you within the next day or two. I apologize that there were some delays on these to begin with. It's been a busy week. A lot of new games came out, a lot of content for me to focus on. Nevertheless, Diablo 3 is and will be my favorite game for quite a while. I can't wait for the release and actually have some new exciting content to show for you guys. And that's going to do it. As we have been, let's wrap it up with some conversation.
Follow.
I will come with you, crazy witch doctor person.
This will be yours.
I appreciate the present. Just don't give me your loincloth. Keep it on.
Thanks.
Yeah, well, thank you, too, for keeping it on. Sorry, don't... Okay, as long as you keep it on, no big deal.
Spirits aid you.
Thank you. Don't give me spirit A's.
I will make your death quick.
Rude! Crazy witch doctor.
Your death is here.
See you later, guys.
You will suffer.